Welcome back everyone to the 6th episode in the Titanium series. Today I have for you a Arno Bernard Knives iMamba. It's a family-run manufacturing knife company based out of South Africa. There's multiple models, but we're going to be talking about the iMamba today. As always, I'll leave some links in the description for you to learn a bit about the maker, as well as the steel when I get to talking about it, and how to get your hands on one. All right, let's talk about some measurements. Okay, overall, we're looking at about slightly under 8 inches. The blade itself comes in, well, if you're including the flipper tip, it comes at about 4 inches, but the cutting edge is slightly over 3.5. Oh, I'm sorry, slightly over 3.25. And the handle, we're looking at about 4.5. Let's look at the width. All right, it comes in 1.25 inches. And let's look at the thickness. Okay. That is about less than 1/2 inch. Take a look at the weight. .2 ounces. Okay. All right, let's talk about the blade. This blade is RWL-34. That's the blade steel. I'll leave some links about what that steel is all about. It is a well-balanced steel, and if you were to compare it to, say, a Crucibles steel, it would be CPM 154. It's well-balanced all around. It is a stainless steel. It has good retention, edge retention, good toughness. This uses a flipper tab deployment. You can also middle finger flip it using the fuller. You can also slow roll it with your thumb. And it is quite smooth because it does run on bearings for the pivot system. It has a semi-polished blade. It's very reflective and also leaves smudges quite easily. There's no branding on the blade, which makes it very sterile. A lot of people do like that. I enjoy that myself. I've been more open though. There's a lot of pieces that's not necessarily a deal breaker for me anymore. But it's nice to have a clean blade with no insignias, no etching. Let's talk about the handle. This is titanium on both sides, titanium handle. It is a titanium frame lock. It does have a bit of a cutout right there for ease of closing and disengaging the lock bar. There's no pocket clip holes on the presentation side, so this is for right-hand carry only. It's very simplistic. It's got the Arno Bernard insignia right here on the top of the frame. here. Again, back to simplicity, it's just one screw with a backspacer and the pivot screw right there. This does use a lock bar insert, and it acts as an over travel stop, so you won't be able to disengage it too far. Held by that screw right there. Let's talk about that pocket clip. Titanium pocket clip. The retention is, on a scale of 1 to 5, this is probably a 3 to me, which is great. Good retention, not too stiff, kind of just right. Let's take a look at that in the pocket. There you go. It's got a little bit of knife sticking out for you to, something to hold on to when you're retrieving it. Good real estate. I mean, it doesn't take up much real estate, so you can get your hand in that pocket still. The flipper tab will stick out a little bit, as with most flipper tabs that are designed that way. So you might catch it as you're grabbing something out of your pocket. I typically don't keep anything else in the pockets where I clip my knife to. Let's talk about the price point. I got this directly from Arno Bernard for $460. This is not always readily available. Correction, $450 is what I paid for this. I think there was, oh, that's right. It was a $10 shipping fee, so it brought it to $460. He has periodic pre-orders. You can go on his website. It's a family owned, so it's not just one person, but Arno Bernard Sr., he started the company about 20 years ago, started making knives 20 years ago, but I believe it's ran by, it's a family run operation now. I haven't seen these being offered on other retailers, online retailers. You can get this from either Arno Bernard himself, I believe, and if you can't, you can get it from African Sporting Creations. And I'll drop links in the description as usual. There's many different options. This is what I call the plain Jane, just all titanium. But I have another version here. This one has a carbon fiber inlay. It's very nice. It's a smooth carbon fiber, no voids. This one does not have the flipper, so slow rolling, and it actually runs on washers. You can get ones with different materials for the inlay. You can get it with or without the flipper. So lots of options for this knife. My final thoughts is this is great. This is a great knife to have. I mean, for the price point, you're looking at the Chris Reeve price point, basically. Granted, Chris Reeve knives have gone up in terms of their retail price, but you can find the iMamba on the secondary market, either through Blade forums, Reddit, Facebook groups. I typically don't buy from eBay because people do ask for much more money. Granted, there's fees and all that, so it's a side discussion, but you should be able to find this. Just keep your eye out, sign up for notifications on secondary market. ergonomics is very nice. Even though you do see the ramp for the pocket clip, it does stick out quite a bit. When it's in hand, you don't really feel it. It's hardly noticeable. There's jimping right here on the blade, so again, I wouldn't say this is very aggressive, so it's kind of easy to just slide your thumb up and over the spine. But there's a little bit of purchase. For an EDC, I think this is a great option. It's the right size. It's been known to be called as the flipper of Chris Reeve knives. A lot of comparison to Chris Reeve out there, especially when you compare South African knife makers. So yeah, this is a great option if you're thinking about getting into the price point of $400 to $500. The ones with different inlays will cost more. I personally haven't had to put this through any major usage outside of food prep, slicing up fruit. I've actually not cut any boxes with this one yet. It's got a flat grind as well. Well, it feels flat and possibly semi-hollow, so I'll get some type of clarification in the description. Do I think it's worth a try? Absolutely. If you get a chance, handle this. I don't think you'll regret it. The price point is very competitive for what's out there. They even smooth out the spine right here. All of that takes time. Yeah. I would call this a must-have if you get into this price point. Definitely worth a try. And you can definitely put it to good use. A lot of plain titanium handles. They pick up a lot of character when you use it. Getting scratches, what they call snail trails. So it's always nice. Having a nice tool that you can put to use and having the store to tell what you've used it for. All right, well, if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to get notified for the next video. Let me know what your comments regarding if you own one of these, how you feel about it. Yeah, let me throw some options on there for the next review. Since we're talking about South African knife makers, I got two other options out there. This is a Trevor Berger. I believe this is the Atlas SFL. And then I have the Clyde Challenor Viper. Drop a comment on which one you would like to see for the next titanium review. All right, well, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I hope you continue to make great choices. Take care.